The average new car payment is $737. Let that sink in for a minute. But also the average new car price is $49,740, so almost $50,000 for a new vehicle. It's insane. Trucks, SUVs, everywhere you go, no matter what brand, it's insane how much the prices have went up. But on top of that, the dealers did market adjustments, addendum stickers, all this stuff, so they have a ton of unsold vehicles now that have been sitting on the lot sometimes for 700 plus days because some add these packages for $40,000 onto these trucks. Even if it's not a truck, a regular car, they'll charge $5,000 for nitrogen, window tint, all this stuff that the customer doesn't want anything to do with, and it's a complete mess. And I think finally customers have had enough. During 2020, it was a unique time. Inventory levels went lower than ever. 2021, 22, dealers had no inventory, but there was a high demand for the vehicles. So that's when dealers took full advantage with all the market adjustments and all that crazy stuff. But what happened? Now inventory is back. Every dealership you go to is most likely loaded to the brim, literally filled with no spots available. And some are still trying to get the markups. It's like, what are you doing? You guys have inventory now. It was stupid when you didn't have inventory, but now you're filled to the brim and you're still trying to get the market adjustment. It doesn't make any sense. And it's just laughable that these dealerships do this to their customers, and they honestly screwed their own buyer. There's so many customers upside down. They owe more than the car's actually worth. So even if the consumer goes to the dealership, tries to get a car, well, the average is over $7,000 upside down. So you owe $40,000. Well, the car's only worth 32. Sorry, the car's only worth 30. So a lot of people are stuck in that situation, and it's a bad thing to be in. But the dealership convinced them to buy all these finance products, pay a market adjustment, an addendum sticker, pay for nitrogen-filled tires. So the dealership put their customer farther behind, and so now their own customer base can't even come get a new car. And a lot of the smart people are like, I'm just not paying these prices. These prices are insane. It really is crazy, and it doesn't make sense. And now they have millions of unsold cars. We're basically prior to where we were 2020. Inventory levels across America are almost to that point. Nearly 3 million new unsold vehicles sitting across America. That hasn't happened since 2019. So it's a really good thing that it's happening because finally demand is not that high and supply is very high. So that means prices should come down, right? A lot of these dealers are holding on to the last minute. Obviously, they're running on debt and they're just trying to get as much money as they can, and they want a sucker to walk in. Market adjustments and all that stuff, it's over. Don't ever pay MSRP for a vehicle. And that's what was crazy is during 21, 22, 23, we had a record-breaking time where people were paying MSRPs for vehicles. Even if they didn't pay a market adjustment, they paid full asking price for that vehicle most likely. So that even puts them in a bad situation in the future because now wholesale prices are coming down a little bit, but still used car prices don't make sense in my opinion. What you used to be able to get prior to 2019 for let's say 20 grand, now will get you a lot less. You're getting an older vehicle with higher miles. Some things just don't even make sense. And it's crazy because it's just insane how these prices have went up on new, used, anywhere you look, the prices are crazy and they don't really make sense. And a lot of consumers are finally saying, I've had enough. I'm not going to buy a new car. The interest rates are still too dang high. I checked my local credit union. It was 6.24% for a new vehicle at 48 months. So it's still pretty high and you can get better than that. But at the end of the day, that's a pretty high rate for a vehicle. And you get into the used side, you're talking 10, 15% all over the place. People are driving around their vehicles with the $800 car payment at 15% interest. That's not necessarily a good situation. And the customer, honestly, they're stuck. They're stuck like Chuck. They will be upside down in that car most likely. And if they have an issue reliability-wise, there you go, boom. And there's just been so many issues with these new cars reliability-wise, especially since 2020. Most would agree quality was at its lowest, 21, 22, 23. It was a bad situation. These factories laid off, hired. It was all new employees. It was a whole mess going on. The quality of vehicle was at its lowest, and now a lot of manufacturers are starting to pay the price. They're having to repair all these vehicles under warranty, but it still won't be enough because honestly, most manufacturers don't take care of their issues. They like to sweep their issues under the rug, and now you have all these dealerships stuck with unreliable, overpriced junk, in my opinion. that most people don't even want to think about buying. And it's like, whoa, some dealers have 2023s. There's even one that has a 22 left on the car lot. But there's quite a few 2023s on the lot everywhere across America, and it's just a normal vehicle. No packages or nothing, but a 23 Grand Cherokee stuck on the lot because it's $70,000. Do you really think someone wants to spend that kind of money on that vehicle? So these dealerships screwed us over and the manufacturers during 2020. As soon as they saw prices could go up, everybody took full advantage. The dealership, the manufacturer, and now consumers are kind of getting pinched, and now they're like, oh, Stellantis, all these manufacturers are talking like, we'll lower it here, we'll do a little rebate here, but it ain't near enough. Get out of here with that stuff. I know you as a dealership used to charge a markup. I don't want to shop from you. I mean, that's what a lot of consumers are saying because they tried to go buy a car just a few years ago and they said, no, we want 10,000 market adjustment. So they're like, I'm not going back to that dealer. I don't want nothing to do with you guys. It is what it is. Let me know what you think. Have a great day and stay blessed.